Hey, this is Cameron, and welcome to the practice log. Whoa, whoa, whoa. As of right now, it is 4:48 in the morning. I just woke up like 5 minutes ago. Yeah, I'm at a bit of a time crunch right now, so I'm sorry. This might be kind of a crappy episode. But I just wanted to do a practice log because, I have to, because I skipped an upload yesterday. Gotta do one today. I have a full day of classes today, too. And I have a bunch of homework I have to do, and that's why I'm up so early. And I'm actually up even earlier than I would be, because I also want to film this video. Now, before I get into that, let me go ahead and tell you what you stumbled upon here today. A practice log consists of three things. First, there's small talk, which, today I'm just gonna probably tell you about what I'm doing today and all that. Pretty interesting one. Did I clickbait this? Is this totally mundane? Sorry, I don't know. That's the formula. Don't hate the player, hate the game and such. Second, I'm gonna answer some common questions. Oh man, I really rattled a lot of your cages with that Antoine Boyer video that I made. It really does warm my heart though to see such adamant defense of a guitarist who needs no defense whatsoever. I'm pretty sure I said zero negative things about him, and yet still, he needs defending for some reason. It's really nice to see that in the guitar community, honestly. And then the third thing is that I'm gonna play something for you. I already recorded a video of me playing Villa-Lobos 997 Prelude yesterday, so I'm just gonna throw that up. I'm not gonna be playing any guitar right now because let's get into the small talk. I got some reading I have to do for my class. This class, before I took it, it was described to me as the most intense class of my master's degree. Basically, twice a week, you have to do between 40 and 60 pages of reading. And it's not light reading or anything. They really take you to the deep end with the readings because, of course they do. I enjoy it. It's fun. But also, if you're not managing your time that well, it can get a little tricky because, it's hard. I didn't manage my time that well because I've been busy. I've been trying to make videos. That takes time. I don't know what you guys think I'm doing here, but it's hard work making YouTube videos. Hard work I'm happy to do, by the way, but, work nonetheless. And, just trying to keep up with everything else in my life. We're in the small talk right now, by the way. I got some kind of big news coming up. I'm doing my very first ever guitar competition in a few weeks from now. Whoa, I know. Hey, I can't wait to hear what you guys think about that. Am I gonna win? I bet so. Alright. I think it'll be a fun experience, and it's kind of a smaller competition. I'll say where it is as it comes closer. I don't want to be geolocated that easily. But of course, if you're there, feel free to say hi and everything. I'm a pretty friendly, timid guy in real life. I'll tell you where it is later. It doesn't matter right now. Just stay tuned for that. How about that? Watch the next video. But that should be fun. I'm going with Heather. I bought a new microphone that hooks up to my phone. It's like a lapel. It's by Rode, so it should be alright. Reviews were good. So, I'll probably vlog the road trip. It's kind of a far drive. And I believe I should be doing a masterclass there as well. I don't know if I'll be able to get that filmed, but I'll certainly try to impose that onto whoever is doing my masterclass. And of course, the whole reason why I'm going is to just go ahead and get my whistle wet in guitar competitions, because this is a smaller one. It's just a one round that just goes over one day, and it'll be nice preparation for doing another guitar competition that's happening in 2 months or so. So I'm excited about that. I'm going to be playing Villa-Lobos 997 Prelude and the Rodrigo Sonata Giacosa. It's about 7 minutes. I'll probably need one more piece for the bigger competition, but for this one, those two pieces will be fine. And yeah, that's where we're at. We're doing it. We're doing it. Hey, before you ask me, Cameron, do you think you're going to win? Do you think you're going to sweep that thing? No, but I am going to do something that's even better than winning. I'm going to have a lot of fun. And I'm going to be taking a trip with my lady, and we're going to be hanging out in a new town, going to restaurants, having fun. And in the middle of it, I'm going to compete my heart out. And in the end, all I can be is just thankful for everything that I have and for all the places that my guitar playing and this YouTube channel have taken me, which is exactly this room and then this guitar festival, I guess. Which is modest, of course, but it's better than nothing. And champion or not, life just ain't too bad. I'm cool, I'm cool over here. So we're just gonna have fun, see what happens. And I feel pretty optimistic, though. I feel like in the performance that I have to give, I'm going to feel good. Because especially, this semester, it seems like every time I perform under the situations that used to get me really freaked out the last semester, I'm just feeling like good. Like the main performance situation is masterclass, and I feel like before I would play like 50% and I would be shaky, but now I feel like I'm playing like 90% a lot of the times, and then even sometimes I'm playing like 110%. I'm almost like improved from the practice room, and I'm like using the energy in a very good way for the performance. So it's like, shoot, let's see how like being observed by judges feels. I'm sure it'll be way different. I'm sure it'll be just like the very first time I ever tried performing, because I imagine that's like the highest pressure situation. And another cool thing, to prepare for this, my professor, who is also playing at this competition, like doing a guest recital, and he might be doing master classes too, I don't know, but he's doing a recital at my school to prepare for his guest recital, and he's going to be letting me play my competition rep before his recital in the hall that he's doing his recital in. So we'll see how my rep is doing under that kind of pressure, which should be very interesting. Overall, we're going through the fire right now. I'll get that film too, and I'll post it, even if I like bomb super hard, which who knows, maybe I will. Hey, you know what? All that being said, let's take a look at some of your comment questions so I can answer some stuff, and then we're gonna wrap this thing up. And this is like, I'm sorry, this is not the quality of video that I aspire to make all the time. I got some big things coming, and I have so much freaking work with this master's degree. And most of all, I'm just saying hi to you guys in the only way I know how, which is a video where I just talk to you. Hey, you know what? Just to start off these comment questions, I want to take a look at the Antoine Boyer video that I made, and let's just go through some highlights of those comments and see if we can find a comment question that's worth answering today. Oh, God. Ugh. Sorry, I just blew my nose. Do I have any boogies this time? I have to check that now. I think we're good. Alright, Walgreens called. They want their shirt back. I actually did used to work at Walgreens when I was a teenager. I'm sorry if that ruins the illusion, but I don't actually work at Walgreens. You know, a player is good when Sorehand starts philosophizing instead of throwing stupid jabs, lol. That is so true. I like making stupid jabs, but I also want to share what inspires me, and I found Antoine very inspiring in the moment, so I thought that it would be worth just kind of talking about that for a while. Thanks, Mr. Hands. Now I know what my opinion of this guy is. Perfect. That's the exact comment I want to see on all my videos. Thank you. Just no resistance to anything I'm saying. Just freaking accept it. I think you need to listen to his classical playing. Check his Scarlatti out, especially K545. I was surprised to see, because I didn't know he was like an actual legit classical player. Yeah, he has a recording of Beatle EV997 too, with a very interesting interpretation. It's very keyboard-like, and in fact, he plays it on a 7-string, so even the descending bass line is correct. He doesn't have to jump up an octave like I do. I'll probably review that at some point when I don't feel like practicing. God, these kind of comments. He's got some insane Scarlatti interpretations for classical guitar. That seems like better material for this channel to look at. Oh, do you know what kind of material is best for my channel to look at? Okay, bro. You know, I said there are a bunch of negative comments, but I'm actually reading through them all now, and it's kind of hard to find these negative comments I was talking about. I feel like maybe the YouTube app like funnels them to me directly just to make me feel worse about myself. But the sentiments are actually pretty good on that video. And a lot of people are mentioning that they enjoyed what I talked about with transcending. And by that I was talking about the feeling that you get when you sort of like, transcend beyond like the technique of the guitar. And you're able to play stuff that's really complicated, but in a way where it comes out like naturally. And that's a really good feeling. If you haven't experienced it, it's something that's very much worth working towards. And you can experience it, like if you just put in some time. And something else that I mentioned, it's not just one place that you get to. You are constantly going higher and higher the more that you invest yourself into whatever it is that you're doing. And Mandane5183, you asked me, tell about when you first felt the transcendence. Like I said, you feel it in like levels, right? And I think I can identify that feeling throughout my guitar playing journey just by like looking at the times I remember playing guitar. One really impactful time I remember playing guitar was the first weekend that I picked it up. It was my dad's guitar. He just had a bunch of tabs printed out from Ultimate Guitar, and I just asked him if I could like noodle on his guitar that he was like not playing that much at the time, and he was like, sure, whatever. And I spent the whole weekend just banging out Sweet Child of Mine. It's a little too hard for me at the time, but also I was playing cello for like 6 months, so I had some finger dexterity. And I remember by the end of the weekend, I like plugged into the amp because I didn't have an amp the whole time. But after a few days, I finally plugged in and played like the first 8 notes of Sweet Child of Mine. And I remember rehearsing it, and I was like a little nervous to actually get it to come out because my dad was watching. But it came out, and I felt this like pride alongside of it. And that might have been the very like baby step, just like very beginnings of what that transcendent feeling that I have later felt very intensely was. And in fact, any impactful time I remember playing guitar and having that feeling, it's always in some kind of performance setting. Because I feel like part of that elevated playing comes from intense rehearsal and practice, and then funneling the energy of a live performance into all of that work that you've done. It like brings you to this place that you've never been before. Like, that's what makes me really excited about these competitions. And then also playing like before my professor, before his recital. Like, these are big things that I'm sure that I will remember exactly how I felt throughout all of these things. And they're just happening like with 2 weeks between them. So I'm living a life of like intense feelings, which is pretty cool. And that's honestly what's kind of cool about doing master classes too, is just like no week goes by where my heart doesn't race and pound and I feel fear and I'm like worried about how I'm going to do. And it feels like it's changing me. It really is. So that's exciting. And I also recognize that is only the beginning too, because I have a whole lot more practice to do. Because again, the practice is the foundation for being able to elevate yourself. Without that, you can put as much performance energy and anxiety you want into a performance. You're not going to get anywhere without that foundation. I guess maybe how I'm seeing it now is like you have two separate things that you're kind of filling up. You have your practice foundation, and then you have your performance energy, elevation. And I feel like for a lot of my life, I'm kind of just focusing on filling the practicing cup, and I never actually see what it's like when I put pressure onto it and like see where it really can go. For the first time in my life, I'm kind of seeing those things balance out now, and I'm seeing how they sort of interact with each other. So that's kind of cool, and it gets me fired up to do a whole lot more practice so I can like keep that process going. I don't know, is anything I'm saying making sense? It's really early in the morning. This is a video for like the fans. If you're watching this, like, thanks guys, I really appreciate it. I'll make some reaction videos soon, but I am in school all day today, and I my schedule is like up. If it looks like a break in my schedule, I have stuff that I just have to do, that I know I have to do during that time. Today is not going to be a fun day, and in fact I need to stop this video right now because it's been 40 minutes and I have exactly enough time to do all these readings before my class starts. Not a second longer. And also my coffee is ready. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut to me playing BWV 997. Sorry if it sucks, but here's where it's at. You think I'm going to win a competition with this thing? Oh, alright, check this out. I would like to also clarify, what you heard there was a live performance. It wasn't mimed, I know. I didn't record that and then record a music video over it. It's probably pretty obvious. And in fact, what you heard also was either the first or the second take. I only did 2 takes that I'm picking from there. And before I did those 2 takes, I warmed up with Rest Stroke for 20 minutes, and that's all I did. I did not play the piece and stumble through it and like do false starts or anything like that. I warmed up, and then I played it, and then I played it again. Alright? So that's just where it's at in that kind of situation. I could play it better, probably, if I like slow practiced it before for an hour and warmed up for longer. But I didn't because, you know, like you don't always get to warm up super great, like especially if you're waiting around for a competition or a performance. Hey, again, there's going to be more stuff coming soon. I plan on vlogging the guitar competition experience. That'll be fun. I'll try to make that as entertaining as possible. I'll be with Heather the whole time too, so she can be like my cameraman. I'm sure we'll be getting up to shenanigans in the town that we're in as well. And of course, more reaction videos are coming soon. I'm going to film some reaction videos, hopefully Friday, which is tomorrow. So if you have anything you'd like me to react to, go ahead and post them here, because I don't think I have anything on my radar right now. Today, I'm just getting through school, and then once I do that, we're going to look more at YouTube stuff. But yeah, guys, you know, thanks for coming with me on this journey. We've been through a lot together, you know, with the start of this whole channel, with me practicing in my apartment, talking about grad school as if it was some distant romantic goal. And now we're here, and it's like, ooh, man, this is a lot of freaking nerd work. Are you kidding me right now? What am I, some dweeb? But yeah, I guess so. I guess I am some dweeb. Hey, working out's been great, by the way. I haven't talked about that in a while, but I'm on that, and that's part of what makes my life so difficult. Here's my workout routine. We're doing like small talk again now. Every single day, I watch a 2-hour-ish movie, and I walk on the treadmill for an hour. Incline, max incline, with books stacked under it, at 3 miles an hour. That's the first hour. That's what we do. Second, I go beast mode on some weights. And actually, I'll give you my stats right now. Hold on. Oh, I got some coffee. Oh, yeah. Alright, here's how I keep track of my cardio. Each column here represents minutes in a day of incline walking that I've done. And every line represents an hour division. I have kind of a weird system that I just kind of came to. So you can see yesterday, 60, 30, 30, so that's 2 hours, and then 10, 12. That's how I ended it. Nice little ending there for a cool 2 hours and 20 minutes of cardio. Whoa. And then I only keep track of 2 exercises. And those exercises, I call them push and pull, as you can see there. So after my first hour of cardio in the first hour of the movie, I will either do push or pull. And for push, I'm using the bench that I bought with the dumbbells that I have, and I'm doing incline dumbbell bench press. And that's been great. I think that's my favorite pushing thing to do. And I've been doing this for about 2 months or so. I started pushing like 40 pounds or so. It's the only exercise I do, so I do 5 sets. And if I can do 5 sets of 12 with 15 on the 5th set instead of 12, I am now allowed to ascend again, further ascension to 2.5 pound heavier dumbbells. So I started at 40 pounds or so, and over 2 months, yesterday actually, I just conquered 55 pound dumbbells, which I know what you guys are thinking when you hear that. 55 pounds? What are you, weak or something? Again, I've only been back at it for like 2 months. I remember working with 65s back at my most fit, and I'm okay with just taking months to get there, because you know what, 12, 12, 12, 12, 15 with 55 pound dumbbells, you might be strong. Like, try it. It's a lot of reps, okay? It's especially that 15 at the end is pretty brutal. That one is, you're grinding by the time you get there. So the next push day, I'll be doing 57.5 pound dumbbells, and I will probably just try to do all 10s, just 5 sets of 10. And on the last set, I always max out for reps, which, you know, if it's 10, so be it. It might be 12, it might be 15, 18, whatever it is. And then I'll use whatever that final number is to judge. Maybe I should go for all 11s this time, or all 12s next time. And then again, if I can do all 12s and then a 15 at the end, the weight's done. Go up. You're spinning your wheels now. The next thing is pull. You might be able to guess what that is. It's pull-ups. Whoa. I love pull-ups. I'm good at them. I like them. It's what I like. The last pull-up set I did, which was with body weight, which I started this whole thing at around 176 pounds, and from all the cardio, my last weigh-in was 157, which is quite light for me. I'm feeling much more lean and mean now at my current BMI, which is where I like to be. I like being lean and mean. But for my body weight pull-ups, I did 5 sets of 12 and 13 on the last set. And then with 10 pounds hanging off of me, I did 5 sets of 10 with 11 on the last set. So I kind of alternate between body weight and then adding weight. And I know what you guys think. Oh yeah, let's see this pull-up form. I've done pull-ups on the channel before, and it's a general consensus that my form is very strict and very good. Full stretch at the bottom, chin above the bar. These are pull-ups. I'm not screwing around here. So that's where we're at. I would love to get my dumbbells to 65 by like, I don't know, in a few months from now. I've never been able to conquer that. And again, like, I'm not a huge dude. I feel like my bone structure is kind of like small. So I'm not gonna be benching huge dumbbells anytime soon, I don't think. Like, if I could get to 70s, I would feel really proud of that. Like 70s, 12 reps. 15 at the end. That would be insane. I would be like a whole different person if I could do that. But I don't know, that's been fun. Like, I am kind of an obsessive person, and I've gone through periods in my life where I've obsessively worked out, but I feel like I have it in a good place now where I work out for the duration of a movie. And once the movie's over, I'm done now. I did my workout. And it's a good workout too. It burns a lot of calories. I get a lot of weightlifting in. And it only takes 2 hours of my day. And on top of that, I get to watch a movie. Yesterday, I watched the first Kingsman movie. It was pretty good. I liked it. It's a great workout movie. Is it actually a good movie? Probably not, but when I'm working out, I don't care. Like I said, I've been doing this for about 2 months, so you can imagine how many terrible movies I've watched. I should make a list of all the movies I've watched. It's extensive. Like, seriously, I've watched a lot. And most of them suck. Most of them are really bad. But, you know, it's okay. All right. That's my life right now. Whoa, riveting stuff, I know. All right, let's go ahead and wrap this thing up, and I'll talk to you in the outro. Of course, if you made it this far, be sure to subscribe and leave a like. I got more riveting content coming up soon. This is just a filler episode for the people that just want to hear me say hi. Hey guys, what's up? I appreciate you all. Thanks for watching. But now I gotta get to work, and in fact, I spent a little too long in this video. I don't have like a whole lot of time right now. But it's okay, I can get through it. I'm gonna power read. Of course, Rutin's Delight, there is a Valentine's Day sale. So, you know, all the people watching, tell your partner that you want sore hand stuff for Valentine's Day, and you can just watch your relationship crumble. And that's it for now. Alright, thank you guys. I'm gonna get to work now. I'll see you in the next one.